Felt like I did a really good job all day of keeping my nerves in check. I told Sean, I was like, I'm feeling okay, you know, like I know what the stakes are tonight, but I feel good about what I'm doing. And then when he came down at the commercial break of the semifinal match and he said, hey, I'm gonna come get you at frame 8 so we can go down, I said, you know what, I'm starting to feel it a little bit. And a lot of people keep asking about the money, and I am so appreciative to USBC and BPAA for the prize fund. But at the end of the day, the thing I was thinking about was this is a freaking US Open, and I want that. It's funny because you always need that person, and you know, he's that calming force for me. And this is as much mine as it is his, because he is so darn supportive of everything that I do. And you know, it was an emotional moment. We've been through a lot in the last couple of years, and you know, to just have this moment of good and you know, it's pretty indescribable. I told Jason Thomas as I walked by, I'm like, man, this thing is really hot, but I do not want to take it off. I'm like, I think I'm going to sleep in it tonight. TV is so fun to me because you feel emotions that you just can't recreate in other situations. And so yes, there's some anxiety to it, but I always feel like that sort of nervousness and anxiety is such a privilege because you're in a position that you've dreamed about. And so while, especially with like my college kids, we talk about it, and you know, because they're in a similar situation where the big one at the end is on TV, you know, just embrace it and enjoy the moment and try to be as you can be and not make it bigger than that, because when you start trying to be things outside of that, that's when things go awry. And so to be able to feel all of those different emotions reminds me of why I do it, honestly. I applaud every woman out here who's willing to talk about you know, how they take care of themselves and the ups and the downs. It's pivotal to your well-being, you know, and I always understood that, and then when everything happened with Mom, it really hit me how important that was, you know, so I try to be very open, and honestly, I don't put a lot on Facebook in terms of my life outside of Lisa Ruth, but I'm always willing to share about the journey I've had through grief and everything that surrounds that. And so, you know, I'm not ashamed to say I see a therapist, because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing for me. One of the ways that I wanted to try to kind of keep myself in check was my strike song was actually one of her and my dad's favorite bands that they would go and watch, and they loved to listen to. And you know, I wanted to feel her presence all around me because she was always so calming. And so, you know, I felt her there on my shoulders.